Thinkdiag2. That is a Bluetooth scanner. So what we are doing, you take this box, plug it in your OBD-II port, and then you connect to it with your smartphone. To connect your Thinkdiag with car, it is very simple. All you have to do is plug it in your OBD port. All of the LED lights are on. And now just go to this all system diagnostics, VIN decoding, and it will get the VIN number automatically for you. And now I can go ahead and perform full report. So the Thinkdiag will go through all my control modules and find any stored fault codes. You can see that it is extremely quick. For the older vehicles it might be slower, but if you have CAN bus in your car, it should be quick like this. Most of the scans for new cars take me like a minute and a half. So as you can see, it is very fast. Considering I have more than 30 different control modules in this car, you get this nice diagnostic report. Great thing about Thinkdiag2 is that it has really good vehicle coverage. For example, for this Fiat Punto, when I connect more expensive bidirectional scanner and when I try to do full scan, the only control module it could find is the engine. And this definitely isn't a bad scanner. For other vehicles it works completely fine, but now for this Punto it can scan only the engine for some reason. But when we take Thinkdiag2, which is significantly cheaper, now it is searching of available control modules that I have in my car. Okay, so the full scan is complete, and now I have a list of 5 different control modules that I can access. So not only the engine, but also airbag, instrument panel, body computer and electric steering. For each module I will be able to get module information, read codes, clear codes, get live data, do bidirectional tests, and for some even special functions. These are service procedures like DPF regeneration, oil reset, electronic brake calipers opening. You have up to 15 service procedures, and those are completely necessary if you want to work on newer vehicles. The Thinkdiag2 is also bidirectional, so same as with these bidirectional scan tools, with Thinkdiag, just with your smartphone, you can also send commands to different components in your vehicle. Check it out, for example, low beam lights or high beam lights. We can also do door lock, door release, and bunch of other tests. And remember, we are still only in body control module, so for other 4 control modules it can work with. There is a list of separate tests just for that modules. Check it out. I will now go to engine control module, ignition, magnetic marelli, this is engine computer. Go to actuation tests. Now we got a whole separate list just for engine bidirectional tests. Check it out, I can test my fuel injectors. I can hear it clicking, so I know it works. This was injector number 1. You got a bunch of other tests. Engine cooling fan. You can test their fuel pump relay. So I can hear that my fuel pump is working. So once again, you can access each control module, and in each control module you can do bidirectional tests, you can read live data. For example, reading live data in multiple control modules can be used to verify real mileage of car. Now this Punto is old vehicle. For older vehicles you usually don't have many mileage records. There should be one in the instrument panel. Let's go to instrument cluster live data stream. Kilometers value read. But on newer vehicles, what you can do, first you will have a lot more modules you can access, because newer vehicles have more modules, and therefore you will also find more mileage data. With use of this Thinkdiag2, I was able to detect rolled back odometers multiple times. I even have separate video about that, I will link it up here. Now so far I only talked about advanced functions. Now what you can also do, you don't have to scan the modules first, you can just go to this health report and it will scan all modules for you for fault codes. So you don't have to open each module one by one to scan the codes. You can just use this health report. This health report will also give you an idea which control modules you have in your car. This means that I don't have this module in my vehicle. We completed the full scan and I got this nice report. I see all modules that have some faults. These are the modules without trouble codes. So I can either open each module to read faults and other data, or you can simply go to this report and you will get this nice diagnostic report, all codes listed. And not only that, if you go to this ThinkGPT, it will actually explain the code for you. So this is something like AI mechanic you get. What you can also do is generate this report as PDF. If you have car shop, this would be very great tool for you, since you can generate generate PDFs and send them directly to your customers. One of the most fun functions of Thinkdiag is this customized setting, so ECU coding. That means you will be able to unlock hidden features of your vehicle. That could be, for example, disabling seatbelt warnings, allowing to open windows from your key fob. These are customization options for my Corolla. Now we have a bunch of these groups, and each of these group will have some settings that I can change. For example, let's go to warning, and now just for that one group I have 4 different settings. I can disable warnings for my key, for seat belts, and I could make some adjustments for my turn signals. Check it out. See, now I have it set to 4. When I press the turn signal, 1, 2, 3, 4. But what I could also do, select some other value. Now I can choose within those options. For example, when I pick 7, okay, now it is set to 7, so let me press turn signal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now this is just one simple change. How many changes you could do for your vehicle, that depends on your car model and year of make. Newer vehicle will have more changes, German cars will have more changes, like Volkswagen, Audi, Skoda, Seat. If you have old vehicle, there will be almost 0 change to do. Now you got a bunch of these options, so I have maybe 10-12 categories, and each does have some options. For example, power windows. See, here I can enable operating my windows just from key fob. So with this option, power window up and down with transmit, I already have it on, and that means ability to control my power windows just from key fob. Funny thing is that when I got this car as brand new, this wasn't allowed, so I had to use OBD-II scanner to enable this function. And also, if you are wondering, if I unplug my scanner, those changes are permanent. Once you change them, you don't have to have scanner plugged in. Check the turn signal we change. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What I also like about this Thinkdiag, sometimes when you have advanced scanner like this and you go to engine live data, you can see the data under really complicated names that you don't know. For example, I want to find simple fuel trim, so I tried typing in fuel trim, but it didn't find anything. And if you want to see simple live data like you know from the code reader, what you can actually do, you have to disconnect from vehicle, and there is this OBD functions, and this will act exactly like code reader. You will have all 10 global OBD modes, and engine live data here will have the names that you already know. Check it out. Same as code reader, it is searching for correct protocol first. We already know we have the KWP. Now this is exactly like code reader. We got this readiness report first, and now we got full set of global OBD modes. So if I want to check simple live data, I go to mode 1, and when I type fuel trim here, I can see that values I already know: long-term fuel trim, short-term fuel trim. So not only the Thinkdiag gives you capability of much expensive scan tools, it also gives you option to use simplicity of engine code reader with those basic OBD functions. With this Thinkdiag2 you can actually do it everything. When you take basically any scan tool under $500, the Thinkdiag2 will have all their functions and probably even better vehicle coverage. And also the ability to use simplicity of engine code reader with global OBD modes, but also all those advanced features. You can do service procedures, you can do ECU coding, you can do complex vehicle check, dive into live data in each control module. I test the OBD-II scanners for the last 2 years, and still I couldn't find any scanner that would match the value for money as you get with Thinkdiag2. Yes, you have to pay the subscription, but every advanced scanner will require you to pay subscription. Like this top down, you also have to pay subscription, and it is usually more than $80. Well, now it is around $93 I think, but still under 100 for 1 year, and that is great deal.